thank you for joining us today. We're glad you are here. My name is Tracy Watson, and my pronouns are she, her. I am happy to serve as your worship associate for today's service honoring Earth Day. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones, and we thank you for your consideration in wearing your mask for our more vulnerable members. We offer many opportunities to be part of our Emerson community, including an environmental justice ministry group, making this lovely t-shirt available. And also classes on meditation and improv, a monthly book club, and the Mostly Veggie Lunch Club, also various discussion groups. A detailed list is on the back of your order of service and in our e-newsletter, which you will receive if we have your email address. Note that today, after service, is the second part of our new member orientation. Please join Reverend Chloë after the service. Even if you didn't attend the first part, you are welcome to the second. The Emerson and Friends 2025 Spring Arts Share is coming up on Sunday, May 18th from 2:30 to 4 p.m. Please contact Alexa Green to register. Young and old with all levels and types of talents are welcome. As we open our hearts in reflection today, may we lift up the first people of the ancestral and unceded territory of the affiliated tribes of the Tongva, Tataviam, Serrano, Gabrielino, and Chumash, which is now occupied by our church. We become allies when we honor their elders and descendants by educating ourselves about the descendants of the original native peoples who were removed from these lands and displaced by policies of settler colonialism. We are committed to lifting up their stories, culture, and land back movements. And now our call to worship.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's nice to be with you this morning. I'm the Reverend Chloë Bride. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the minister here at Emerson Unitarian Universalist Church. And today we're celebrating Earth Day in partnership with our environmental justice ministry. And so you'll see a couple of those blue shirts around, but there's definitely more people than just the shirt wearers. So ask a shirt wearer if you want more information. Our opening words this morning are Charged from the Earth by Irene Glass and Rebecca Savage. There is a song beneath the soil. 10 million voices raise their call in no human language. Life flows through the tangle of roots, mycelium, microbiota, and crawling, burrowing, tunneling life. The song flows upward through trunks and stems and blades of grasses and races out into the air. It is picked up and carried on no human tongues. It is in the footfall of paws and hoofs. It hums in the buzz of wings and the flutters of feathers. It shines on scales and fins and slithering skins. If we are quiet and pay attention, sometimes we remember that we are a part of this song as well and have notes to sing. The Anaroporsena is an experiment. What happens when we humans forget that the life around us is part of us? That these lives have no less inherent worth and dignity? How many more singers of the earth song will go silent forever? Today, we are charged to remember, to know that as we live together in community, we are also in community with the silently singing lives in the vast congregation of the earth as well. The interdependent web of existence is no allegory. It is as real as the heart beating within our chests. We are charged to do what we can to help those who cannot advocate with human language, who cannot scream for help when they are suffering. We have a role to play in the softening the blow of the age of humans. We have a voice that can help to shape the world to come. We are so charged in the name of sacred song, the tapestry of life of which we are part. Let us remember and then act. So happy Earth Day, everyone, as of a couple days ago. It's good to be with you all on this Sunday morning. And Tracy and I light our chalice this morning with these words called Common Justice and Simple Mercy. And they're from a historical Unitarian Universalist, Frances Ellen Watkins Harper. And she lived from about 1825 to 1911. And I begin her words. What we need today is the onward march of humanity in a public sentiment in favor of common justice and simple mercy. We have a civilization which has produced grand and magnificent results, diffused knowledge, overthrown slavery, made constant conquest over nature, and built up a wonderful material prosperity. And Tracy, once the chalice is lit, will finish her words for us.
But two things are wanting in American civilization: a keener and deeper, broader and tenderer sense of justice, a sense of humanity, which shall crystallize into the life of the nation the sentiment that justice, simple justice, is the right, not simply of the strong and powerful, but of the weakest and feeblest of all of God's children, a deeper and broader humanity, which will teach people to look upon their feeble siblings not as vermin to be crushed out or beasts of burden to be bridled and bitted, but as the children of the living God, of a God whom we may earnestly hope is in perfect wisdom and in perfect love, working for the best good of all. And now, if you would rise and join us in our covenant. And there is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, thus do we covenant. La doctrina de esta iglesia es el amor. La búsqueda de la verdad es su sacramento y el servicio es su oración. Vivir juntos en paz, buscar el conocimiento en libertad, servir a la humanidad en comunión. Este es nuestro pacto. And now, I believe we're going to have hymn number 203.
Please stay risen.
Please stay and sing your hearts out.
All creatures of the earth and sky, come, kindred, lift your voices high. Alleluia, alleluia, bright turning sun with golden beam, soft shining moon with silver gleam. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. flame of fire so strong and bright, and bless us with your warmth and light. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. Embracing earth through day to day, crying forth your blessings on your way. Alleluia, alleluia, all herbs and fruits you gladly grow, let them their glory, glory show. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. All you of understanding heart, therefore giving others take your part. Alleluia, alleluia, let all things Alleluia, 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 alleluia.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone to Emerson Unitarian Universalist Church. My name is Tracy Watson. I'm happy to serve as your worship associate today here and in our virtual sanctuary on Zoom. Hi, Zoomies. Emerson is an inclusive, progressive spiritual community named for the writer and Unitarian minister Ralph Waldo Emerson. We have been a bastion of the liberal religious tradition of Unitarian Universalism in the West San Fernando Valley for over 65 years. UUs believe in the inherent worth and dignity of every person. We honor the core values of justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity. We support each other with love and respect on our individual spiritual journeys. We hope you find comfort here. In today's service, we will celebrate Earth Day, which originated on April 22nd, 1970, when many people had little awareness of issues like air and water pollution, endangered and extinct animals, and climate change. 55 years later, it is hard to find a person who does not have some knowledge about environmental issues. Many of them are taking baby steps to make some positive changes, like conserving water, or using less gas, or eating more plants and less meat, buying reusable shopping bags and water bottles. The list goes on and on. Today, let's focus on how we can move forward by continuing to make incremental improvements that are within our control, and by finding other ways to repair this world that we love. Let's honor the lessons of stewardship taught by Indigenous people, past and present. Let's demand that public policy look beyond short-term profits and strive for decision-making which focuses on the well-being of those who will live 7 generations in the future. Quitting is not an option. There is no planet B. As the saying, sometimes attributed to Gandhi, goes, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. It's good to see those of you who are here in person, and we want to extend a warm welcome to those of you joining us online as well. I want to extend a special welcome to those of you who are new here. If you didn't have a chance to sign the guest book, we invite you to do so in the foyer or by following the link in the chat. We hope you will join us for coffee hour after the service in our pavilion. It's behind those doors to your left. Those of you on Zoom can also stick around to chat in breakout rooms for our virtual coffee hour, but bring your own coffee. In a moment, I'm going to invite you to greet your neighbors. If you have a joy or sorrow you would like to share aloud with the congregation later in the service, you can take this time to write it in our book of life located on the table behind the piano, or if you're Zoomies, write it in the online chat. And now, let us greet our neighbors in the spirit of welcome.
For our story for all ages this morning, Andrea, who's one of the chairs of our environmental justice ministry, is going to share a children's story. So thank you.
Andrea Reuter, pronouns she, her, and I am the chair of the environmental justice ministry. And I forgot to wear my t-shirt, sorry. It's like, oh yeah, Earth Day, I forgot about that. I did just want to mention that we do meet second Sundays of the month here at church, and also we next weekend trying to get people out to an interfaith and climate justice rally on May 4th from 2 to 4 in Altadena. I did not get it into the order of service, but see me if you're interested in going to an interfaith climate justice rally next weekend. I'm trying to organize a carpool from here after church. Or if you want to be on our email list, I can email you out stuff like that, because we have stuff happening all the time. And anyways, I'm going to now read this beautiful story called We Are Water Protectors. It says, water is the first medicine, Nokomis told me. We come from water. It nourished us inside our mother's body as it nourishes us here on Mother Earth. Water is sacred, she said. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. The river's rhythm runs through my veins, runs through my people's veins. My people talk of a black snake that will destroy the land, spoil the water, poison plants and animals, wreck everything in its path. When my people first spoke of the black snake, they foretold that it wouldn't come for many, many years. Now the black snake is here. Its venom burns the land, courses through the water, making it unfit to drink. Take courage. I must keep back the black snake. I must keep the black snake away from my village's water. I must rally my people together to stand for the water, to stand for the land, to stand as one against the black snake. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. It will not be easy. We fight for those who cannot fight for themselves, the winged ones, the crawling ones, the four-legged, the two-legged, the plants, trees, rivers, lakes. The earth, we are all related. Tears like waterfalls stream down, tracks down my face, tracks down my people's faces. Water has its own spirit, Nokomis told me. Water is alive. Water remembers our ancestors who came before us, she said. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. We are stewards of the earth. Our spirits have not been broken. We are water protectors. We stand. The black snake is in for the fight of its life. And that's the end, but I don't know if there's another page with the Earth Steward and Water Protector Pledge. I think I forwarded this book to myself at my Glendale Unified email so I can read it to my students. And we'll take this pledge with my students. So I teach third grade. It says, I will do my best to honor Mother Earth and all of its living beings, including the water and land. I will always remember to treat the earth as I would like to be treated. I will treat the winged ones, the crawling ones, the four-legged, the two-legged, the plants, trees, rivers, lakes, the earth with kindness and respect. I pledge to make this world a better place by being a steward of the earth and a protector of the water. Who's ready to sign that? I am. All right.
Let's do the affirmation together.
Okay.
If you would join Tracy and I in our UU affirmation. We are Unitarian Universalists. We are people of open minds, loving hearts, and welcoming hands.
And now, Hap, is that right? This is pretty exciting. We have Hap Palmer here to sing Big Yellow Taxi.
Feel free to join in and sing along anything that you know. They paved paradise and put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Oh, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. They took all the trees and put them in a tree museum. And they charged all the people $1.50 just to see him. Oh, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Hey, farmer, farmer, put away the DDT. Give me spots on my apples, but leave me the birds and bees. Oh, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Late last night, I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi took away my old man. Oh, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Thank you. Thank you.
I want to thank Tracy Watson for inviting me to give this stewardship testimonial. This is the first time I've done this in all my years being here, so I'm very happy to talk about the importance of the pledge this time of year, renewing the pledge, and being a committed pledging member of Emerson. I first attended a service at Emerson 11 years ago this month. My sister Mary, ordained as a UU minister in September 2022, had been encouraging me to join a UU church in conversations prior to that time. She knew that both the UU principles and prominent role of music in services would make Unitarian Universalism very appealing to me. At that first service, there was special music, but I learned that there was also a choir. I was immediately recruited to sing in it after the service when Mia Forbes overheard me saying I was an elementary school music teacher. So I knew from the beginning that I would make a meaningful contribution to the music in the services. What I did not know, but soon learned, were all the aspects of Emerson that make it such a special spiritual home. There are significant words to describe Emerson. Emerson is both collaborative and celebratory. We regularly come together as a community, enjoying the camaraderie of events such as the Beautification Day in March, the Fall Festival and Auction, and social events created by members for the auction. Emerson is varied, as I was told at that memorable first service. No two services are exactly alike. Emerson is musical. Our skilled music director, Kevin Maffey, and excellent choir, capably directed by Eloise Porter, as well as talented performers of special music, give a vital and emotionally satisfying element to the Sunday services. Emerson is inclusive, welcoming of everyone. Emerson is enlightening. The Environmental Justice Ministry, Book Club, Meditation Group, Exploratory Pagan Group, Small Group Ministries, today's UU orientation, and other regular gatherings are how we enrich our activism, knowledge, and personal growth. Emerson is congenial. Friendliness is always in abundance. Emerson is principled, consistently applying the 6 values of Unitarian Universalism centered on love. Emerson is active and involved, interacting with other UU churches and local organizations for social justice and the greater good. If someone who is not a UU asks why we are devoted members of the Emerson community, you now have the perfect descriptions. In April 2014, it was the right time to change from purposely avoiding a religious community, as a longtime former Catholic, to joining and embracing this one, which I chose only for its proximity to my home, because I did not know anyone from Emerson. My personal spiritual transformation here, as I have been involved in various roles to serve the congregation, has been positively affirmed at every service, event, and meeting since that first Sunday, entering this sanctuary with hope and optimism, grateful for the supportive fellowship. And that is why I have been a proud and personally fulfilled pledging member of Emerson, fully embracing everything it is for me and for my fellow Emersonians for all these wonderful years.
Thank you, David. Each Sunday, we take time to collect an offering, and our offering is split with an organization doing good work in our world. This month, we are sharing our offering with the West Valley Food Pantry. At the West Valley Food Pantry, no one goes away hungry. On a weekly basis, their dedicated staff and volunteers pick up about 15,000 pounds of food from our grocery partners. Additionally, they operate a senior food delivery program for more than 600 seniors a month and provide shelf-stable food for people experiencing homelessness that visit the West Valley Food Pantry. You can contribute at donate.emersonuuc.org or by scanning the QR code on your order of service and select Sunday Offering Shared with Charity. If you are writing a check, please put Share the Plate in the memo. Our offering will now be gratefully received.
receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live.
Well, if you heard my last sermon last year, I spoke about being furious. So today, I will do my best to balance that fury with calmness. We know that mass extinction existed even before humans lived on this earth. 165 million years ago, dinosaurs were the dominant species until our land masses were significantly changed. Our Earth has experienced significant rises and falls in sea levels, and yet our Mother Earth continues to be transformed. I think the question we must ask ourselves is, how do we transform ourselves in ways that are mutually beneficial for each other and the next generation? I do believe we need to reimagine a sustainable form of democracy, community, and consumerism. The US economy is based on the exploitation of people and resources. It cares only about endless profit and hoarding of resources, and continuously gives most of those profits to our oligarchs. Given these facts, I can stand here and worry endlessly about the future. I can be angry about how our past decisions have led us exactly to where we are today. Or I can choose to be present in the moment and decide how I can pick up the broken pieces and rearrange them in new ways. The US is the #1 consumer, meaning all of us purchase $19 trillion in goods and services. I often read concerns or fears about China surpassing us, as if we are in a global race to see who can expand the gross domestic product the fastest. Let me be real clear, the endless expanding of our GDP means very little to the average American living paycheck to paycheck. In fact, this is meaningless to the people who can't afford their next prescription, medical emergency, or simply trying to maintain a roof over their head. America is the #1 arms dealer on earth, responsible for 43% of all weapons exports. I strongly believe that violence only perpetuates more violence. Destruction only leads to more pain and more trauma. We are also the #1 oil producer. This is who we are right now. Is this who we want to continue to be for the next decade or even the next century? How we spend our money matters. How we create mutual aid chains across communities matters, especially in times of crisis. This is where I find my hope, and I also find it in that 2023, 2,835 companies across the US and Canada have achieved B Corporation, a 16% increase from 2022. B Corporations are held to the highest standards of verified social and environmental performance, public transparency, and legal accountability to balance profit and purpose. So if we need to consume, let's consume consciously. Let us volunteer in things that uplift our spirits. Let's create community and support each other. Let's multiply our Earth days by choosing public transit, walking, or biking as much as possible. We can also keep in mind the 4 R's of sustainability. The first R is to refuse to endlessly consume and decline items of services you do not need or where your values are not aligned. The second R is to reduce consumption and ask ourselves, are these items we need or want? Now, trust me, sometimes I fall way off the bandwagon on this all the time. I also wonder, what is the point? I do think we need to be gentle with ourselves. After all, we are only human. I also believe that we need to find joy in life, so do not think I'm asking anyone to reduce the small things in their lives that bring joy. Joy is a necessary part of this work. The third R is reuse, which means let's share our resources, donate as much as possible, repurpose, recycle, or refix. The last R is rethink. Now, I do not believe that any one individual should take on this burden. After all, oil corporations are the #1 cause of environmental damage. So you can join our environmental group and find ways to hold them accountable. However, the less we consume their products, the more we cut away from their profits, which only strengthens our message. I do this work because I care about the world we leave future generations, and because I strongly believe that decolonizing and learning to live within the land is the only way we can achieve actual peace and democracy.
So we are now going to sing our centering hymn, number 163, For the Earth Forever Turning. And you're invited to rise in body or spirit. And I also want to say thank you, Stephanie. That was beautiful.
For the earth forever turning, for the skies for every sea, for our lives, for all we cherish, sing we our joyful song of peace. For the mountains, hills, and pastures in the silent majesty, for the stars, for all the heavens, sing we our joyful song of peace. For the sun, for rain and thunder, for the seasons' harmony, for our lives, for all creation, sing we our joyful praise of peace. For the world we raise our voices, for the home that gives us birth. In our joy we sing, returning home to our true green hills of earth.
I have a meditation for us this morning, but before we get there, we're going to read the joys and sorrows that were written in our book of life. They're the personal expressions of celebrations, or of sadnesses or of prayers from those in our community. Adam Niesenholtz writes, "Happy birthday to my father, Bernard, who turned 90 this past week." And I think some of us got the honor of meeting him at the Seder that was held a couple weeks ago. So happy birthday, Bernard. Emerson's Environmental Justice Ministry invites everyone who wants one to please take a cactus plant out by the pavilion. And a reminder to pledge to Emerson UU Church because the cactuses are free. And that's from Eric Schmidt. Cactuses sound nice, don't they? Amy writes, "Please keep my husband Josh in your thoughts. He had a stroke this past week. Luckily, it was mild, but we are still unclear of all the long-term implications. It was a reminder of the fragility and preciousness of life." Brian Nelson sends healing thoughts to his sister, Linda Raleigh, who is recovering from what should have been a routine knee procedure, but a surgical error led to internal bleeding that almost killed her. She is out of the hospital now and in physical therapy to regain the use of her legs, so prayers for her. I'm going to check now our online book of joys and sorrows, our book of life. If you're online, there's always a form posted in the chat, and you're welcome to add any joys or sorrows that you would like read out loud during service. This is from Nicole. She writes, "I'm happy to be back from a trip of 3 weeks with my children to lay my mother to rest. My mother passed last year, and her memorial included Hawaiian chanting, song and dance, a Japanese flute requiem, and warm memories from all in attendance. Her ashes now ebb and flow in the ocean waters off the shores of Diamond Head Crater. So blessings to that. So I invite you to get comfortable in your seats. That might look like putting your feet squarely on the ground, or maybe even having to wiggle in your chair a bit to get comfortable. And this is a meditation that I'm sharing with you that we actually did a longer version of this at the meditation group on Thursday, but I invite you to enjoy this abbreviated version. So you can take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Might close your eyes if that feels good, or let your gaze relax. Let go of any tension you're holding in your body. Feel the weight of your body grounded into the earth beneath you. And with every breath in and out, allow yourself to become more present in this moment. Whether it's to the sounds in the room or to the feeling of those next to you, become more present in this moment. I invite you to let go of all distractions and come into a state of stillness. Now, if this feels good to you, if you feel like imagining a bit with me today, I invite you to imagine that you're standing barefoot on the earth, on the smoothness of stones, perhaps, or on warm soil, on cool grass, or maybe even on the sand by the ocean. You're standing there barefoot on the earth. You might visualize yourself as you're standing there barefoot on the earth. Visualize yourself deeply rooted, just like a tree, with your feet connecting to the ground beneath you. You are grounded, you are steady, and you are strong. And with each breath that we take in, feel the connection to the earth grow stronger. You might even try taking a deep breath in with your nose and out with your mouth. You might even imagine drawing that life energy as you do that from the earth. Feel the nurturing support the earth offers, filling you with peace and strength and renewal. And as you're sitting here, you might even picture, or standing there really barefoot on the earth, you might imagine picture the roots of a tree growing down from the soles of your feet, stretching deeper and deeper into the earth. And the roots connect you to the earth's core, where energy is in abundance. And as you inhale, draw that energy into you. And as you exhale, send back any tension or negativity, letting the earth absorb it, neutralize it, and let it go away. Breathing in that energy, Breathing out any tension you're feeling from this day. And as you continue to breathe deeply, you might imagine the colors of the earth, the green of the trees, the blue of the oceans, the vibrant colors of plants and flowers. You might feel or picture the sun shining down on you, filling you with a sense of balance and vitality. And as you exhale, I invite you now to send out all of your gratitude for the earth. Thank the planet for the air you breathe, the food you eat, and the water you drink. Feel the earth's presence all around you, supporting you. With each breath in, we feel a deeper sense of gratitude and connection. Feel the love and gratitude being exchanged between you and the earth. You are not separate from the earth, but an integral part of it. You are a unique expression of the planet's energy, just as trees, flowers, animals, and oceans are. Feel a sense of being connected to this vast, interconnected web of life. So I invite you to take one more deep breath in and sending your love and gratitude back out one more time. And then you can slowly bring your awareness back into the present, maybe wiggling your fingers and toes, gently stretching your body if you need to. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and bring yourself fully back into the room. And Kevin's going to play us a little bit of music to bring us back. In this work? What motivates you? This is the question or the questions that I've been thinking about this week. Given the current state of the world, those who work for environmental justice may be, or perhaps definitely, are feeling some despair. The will to keep on fighting may be waning, especially as we watch an administration willing to ignore the rule of law. I was interested to learn that the first Earth Day was a project of the then junior senator from Wisconsin, Gaylor Nelson. When in January 1969, he and others witnessed the devastation caused by the Santa Barbara oil spill, still the largest oil spill in California history, he came up with the idea of a day dedicated to educating the public about air and water pollution. Inspired by the student anti-war movement, he planned teach-ins on college campuses around the country. And soon he realized that the idea could be bigger than just college students. And with the help of an 85-person staff, he made it a national event, calling it Earth Day. They inspired 20 million Americans, about 10% of the population at the time, and I'm imagining perhaps some folks here too, to join in that first Earth Day event. 10% of the population, 20 million people. Those that founded Earth Day credit it with the founding of the Environmental Protection Agency and laws like the Clean Water and Clean Air Act. It's interesting because I've participated in Earth Day over the years, whether in school or at college or at church, but I've never imagined the scale of that first event before, or even how radical it must have felt at that time. What keeps us going in this work? For Senator Nelson, it was a devastating oil spill and a long awareness of the harms of polluted water and air. And my own answer to this question comes from where I grew up. When I was in 6th grade, my parents and I moved to Southeast Virginia. The house sits on the edge of a city parkland that's also connected to the Colonial National Historical Park and nearby Yorktown Battlefield. The land is a part of the National Park Service, and it also happens to be the site of the last battle of the Revolutionary War. I grew up with 10,000 acres of protected land right behind my house, literally right behind my house. We would walk and bike in the park daily, and my parents still do that every day. We would watch the seasons change, the dry winters, the rainy springs, tick season, and the beautiful colors of autumn. We do not like tick season. It's not good. Some of the land is wetlands, and some is meadows and woodlands. A lot of times when I am asked to picture a meaningful place or a spiritual place, I picture the fire trail along the back of the houses that goes into the park, or I picture walking or biking on the tour roads at the battlefield. The place is so familiar to me, and as a result is a place that I find both special and spiritual. It has a sacredness to it. I believe in the power and need for public lands. I believe in the preservation of places for recreation and habitat. For several years now, I've been following the creation of Bear Ears National Monument in Utah. It was first designated by President Obama and then shrunk by President Trump by 85% during his first term, and then redesignated to its original size by President Biden. It's been a hot-button park, so to speak, because of conflicts between conservative lawmakers in Utah and Native American tribes in Utah as well. The reason I've been following this project so closely is because it has done something that has never been done before in the creation of a park. Throughout the process, they intentionally engaged and took leadership from Native American tribes. At every turn, they incorporated Native wisdom into every step of the process and tried to create a site that honored Native relationships with the land. Everything from who's at the table for negotiations to the planning and honoring of plants and animals they consider sacred. It's a real study in how to do conservation work well. especially for a system, our national parks, which has a tragic history that involves the removal of Native peoples and the theft of their land. As much as I love and we love the national parks, their history, like a lot of things in America, is filled with injustice and stories of oppression. This has been an example of the way to actually do things well, to create public land where everyone is at the table. What motivates you? Despair is normal. Depression and sadness and a lack of energy to keep on moving forward is normal. If you told me you are completely fired up right now with no sadness or anxiety to speak of, I probably wouldn't believe you. If you told me you're feeling angry right now, I would believe you. Yeah, for sure. Anger at America, anger at a system that enables these things to happen, anger at a lack of love and care for our world. Anger is okay too. It's also normal. If when I ask what motivates you, you first go to sadness, despair, or anger, that's perfectly fine. Many of us are struggling to find the right words right now. And I do think that many of us have stories about what draws us to environmental justice and what inspires us to keep on going. Is it a love for nature and public lands? Is it knowledge about climate change in a way to avoid further harm? Is it a want for cleaner air and water or a better future for our children and grandchildren? Or is it a love of animals and plants? What keeps you going in this work? What stories or experiences keep you going when hopelessness threatens to take over? What helps you when the anger or the sadness or the despair starts to creep in? What do you need to remember? What pictures do you need to bring to mind? For me, it's memories at home of my battlefield park, along with other memories made on public lands. It keeps me wanting to protect those lands and habitats for the future, to keep them free of drilling and harmful recreation and destruction. Beloveds, on this Sunday, when we celebrate Earth Day, may we remember what keeps us going in this work. Keep those memories alive, keep those pictures alive, keep that motivation alive. The memories, the stories, the events that motivate us to keep loving our earth and to continue doing this hard work for ourselves, for our planet, and for our future. So may we keep those stories, those memories in mind. May we let us push us forward, push us past the despair and sadness and anger into more love and life. May it be so. Amen. And we cannot have an Earth Day service without singing number 1064, which is a classic hymn in the UU tradition called Blue Boat Home, but you'll also notice, if you come from a Christian background, that the melody is a little bit familiar. So you're invited to rise as you're willing and able for number 1064.
Though below me I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port have I known. Wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Within my sail and moon my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, making our way by the light of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on, grieve the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor nor port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
To you, whether that's to hold hands or to do whatever else feels good. If you're on Zoom, maybe you can give yourself a hug. I always like that. Beloveds, happy Earth Day. It's good to be together. May we remember what motivates us in this work, what keeps us going. May we give gratitude for the earth, for the ways in which it grounds us, and for those who cannot speak for themselves. Amen. May it be so, and blessed be.